Hey, what's going on to all my Leos out there? Let's get into this, right? Let's get into this. All right. So, you Leos have got the Chariot, the Tower, Queen of Wands, the Devil, Ten of Cups, the Empress, Knight of Wands. Okay. Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Three of Pentacles. Okay. So, this is for Leo. So, what I'm seeing here for you Leos is you Leos happen to be in a situation right now where, um, the Chariot, the Tower, the Queen of Wands is taking your time to just let a relationship dissolve because you're not feeling this person anymore, but this person is not necessarily ready to let you go. Um, Even though the two of you may have had some mishaps, and the reason why I'm saying this person is not ready to let you go is because of the devil. The devil represents, um, again, attachment, obsession, too much attachment, right? So attached to the point where it becomes unhealthy, it becomes dysfunctional. So the Chariot and the Tower represents, at this current point in time, you're relaxing and you're just paying attention to how the relationship just keeps devolving between yourself and this other person. The Queen of Wands is an individual who thinks that what they've got going on is on point. And what they've got going on is on point. And they think that you should do more and more for them. And they think that you, Leos, owe them something. If a person is exploitative and entitled, you should run from that person because those are the hallmarks that make up a bad relationship. A relationship ain't gonna go too far if a person is exploitative and if a person is entitled. The Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups represents eventually the two of you will get here if you're not already here, which is you will let them know that you're not into them like that because they were wilding. They're a little bit too extra for you. The Empress represents the relationship that you tried to build with them but couldn't. And the Knight of Wands represents them not wanting to actually build a real relationship because the relationship was exploitative. The relationship was about them giving to them, taking from you more than what it is that you was even asking. And that's really the truth. That's really a true story because if you're a productive member of society, you're never going to get compensated as much as you've produced. You're never going to get compensated because that's just how it works. You're never going to be compensated your worth. You're never going to be compensated for that. You know, you will be compensated about 80 up to 80%, maybe even 90%, maybe even 95%. But you'll never be given 100% back. You'll never see 100% return on overall everything. You know what I mean? You'll never, and what I mean by that is I'm not talking about financial investments. What I mean is the idea of what you think a full investment looks like sometimes may be dysfunctional and delusional that some people may have is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying if you're making some sort of an investment and you're looking for 100% back or whatever that you can't necessarily get that if it's not necessarily in the contract. But the point is that um but this person has this mentality of they have so much, the Knight of Wands, right? The Queen of Wands, they have so much value that only a few people are actually going to get a chance to really have them make themselves available to them. And if people want them to make themselves available to you, right, they're going to have to be compensated for that. That's where the problem is, though, because a person who has that type of mentality, this is where you get the debt mentality from. And this is where you get the collector mentality. The Eight of Pentacles represents, so you Leos are going off on your own because you don't care what these people have got going on. You're building, and you're going to continue to build regardless of whether regardless of whether you're building with them or without them. And they need to understand that this is, this is what it is. This is just the reality of what it is. The Page of Wands, right? The Page of Wands represents this being a situation for you where the Page of Wands is what? The Page of Wands is you moving forward officially without these people. And the Three of Pentacles is, it represents a couple of things. It represents them still calling you. It represents them stalking you. You know what I mean? Coming around your house. Um, I've been there. I'm still there. I've been stalked. Still being stalked. Still to this day. Um, and the crazy part about all of that is when you tell the person to stop stalking you, they can always come back and be like, nah, well, I'm not stalking you. Like you got to catch them red-handed, right? Like you know what I mean? Like you got to catch them if you own a house, them right outside the window, like this, in the bushes. You know what I mean? Then, you know. But if they just randomly pop up, then it's like, oh wow, you feel what I'm saying? So, um, then you'll know what it is that I'm talking about. But the point is that all of this stuff is a byproduct of people. You're doing something right, Leo, and it's making people malfunction or become dysfunctional because there's something about you where people can't necessarily seem to let go of, you know, that they have to have, you know, jealously, they have to have, you know what I mean? So let's clarify the devil. Let's clarify the devil. I'm so glad I'm feeling much better now. Oh, wow. I was out of commission for those days. Ooh. So you have the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. So the Knight of Swords represents just how the two of you can't necessarily see eye to eye with each other. Because they want all this compensation back from you. And the Ace of Wands and the Four of Pentacles represents this being a situation where, what you've got too is the Ace of Wands and the Four of Pentacles is, um, the Ace of Wands is they bring a lot of issues to the table, a lot of baggage to the table. And the Four of Pentacles is they got to take care of those issues before they really decide to come to you with open arms, you know. Um, the Empress, right? Let's clarify the Empress. Matter of fact, yeah, let's clarify the Empress. It's not too much of a hassle. Four of Swords, Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. Four of Swords. You're right. Just take your time. Don't worry about what things appear to be. Relax. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands, right? The Six of Wands represents this being a situation for you where what you need to take into consideration is uh, they were coming on a little bit too strong, you know. They wanted, like I said, they wanted just a little bit too much from you. Not just a little bit, a lot of it, too much. And you Leos wasn't gonna let that slide, because Leo will let you know, okay, you're doing too much, you've done a lot. Now it's time to kind of back off. The Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups represents, this person, right? Knight of Cups, they was just letting you know that they loved you and all of that. But the Queen of Cups is that you don't necessarily know that based upon the way that they move. So, you know, you need to see. Time will tell. All right. Let's clarify the Knight of Wands, which is them. The Empress, the Queen of Pentacles, the Lovers, the King of Pentacles. Coins, pentacles is literally the same thing, just framed differently. But the Empress is, so again, it didn't work out. The Queen of Pentacles, they wanted to build something with you, supposedly. In reality, not really. What they were trying to do is they really wanted to take from you. It's just that, those are some of the lies that they're trying to tell you and trying to tell other people. The Lovers and the King of Pentacles is, and they don't like the fact that you figured it out beforehand and you decided to bounce. So, you know, they got caught. You know what I mean? They got caught holding the bag, you know, or the stink bag. Now let's clarify the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, which is you. You have the Five of Swords, the King of Cups, the Two of Wands, the Eight of Cups. The Five of Swords and the King of Cups represents this being a situation where what you've got going on is you've really got yourself a situation where uh, the Five of Swords is, you felt like you were surrounded by that type of energy, right? Having to deal with this person and them just being upset at you. It seems like every day, no matter what it is that you tried, as long as the relationship existed, it seemed like one day the two of you decided that y'all wanted to date, and then the next day it was like they had an issue with you. And then you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is, but you maintain that equilibrium of not going, not being as tough on them as you could. The Two of Wands represents, they, even though they took it for granted, you Leos still understood that it's up to you to forgive them, and that it's not it's up to you to forgive them, and that it's not about the small picture, it's about the bigger picture. That you Leos understand that you still have love in your heart for this person, but you got to love this person at a distance. The Eight of Cups is because they've accumulated too much baggage. Look at the Eight of Cups. Look at how much baggage they've accumulated from each relationship, and they've never known or figured out a way to get rid of that baggage ever. So now they're in a situation where they know that something's wrong and that they should change something, but they don't want to deal with what they should change. let's clarify the Page of Wands. Now that you're not in the relationship anymore, the Seven of Cups, the Page of Cups, the King of Wands, the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Cups, you owe it to yourself to see what else is out there. And regardless of how they try to make it seem like, you still have a lot of options, as a lot of us do. A lot of us do, right? Page of Cups, it's only their delusion. See, they have to delude you. They have to make it seem like, you're not going to find anybody better than them, even though you might. The King of Wands and the Seven of Wands represents this being a situation for you where, you know, um, the King of Wands and the Seven of Wands is that this just makes you more prepared. This just makes you more prepared for the types of people that are delusional, who want to take but don't add anything to the pot. And when you see that type of mentality and action to go along with it, you know where it's going to go, and you know how to deal with it as it comes. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get this YouTube channel to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.